Hello and welcome. It's Wednesday evening, back again, Visionary Marketing, and it's Leon Street in the house. And I have an interesting topic for most of you out there who have probably come across this app recently, especially you marketers and business owners who are inquisitive about social media. I'm talking about Clubhouse. And if you have come across it, you probably may be experiencing a lot of FOMO right now, fear of missing out. And the reason for that is the app itself is only available on Apple devices. It's not available on Android. And so there's a lot of people who want to get their hands on it. And for want of a better word, they can't. And so today I'm simply just going to cover a few things about that, just so you guys who, I guess, who aren't on the app already just have some idea of what's involved, what's on there. And if you've got any questions, you can, drop your questions in a comment below. And if this is the first time you're watching me, welcome to the show. Stream here every Wednesday, 8:30 p.m. and also Sunday mornings, 8:30 a.m. to kick off your week ahead. So as I said, today we're talking about Clubhouse. And rather than me just kind of bang on about it and just have a chat about this, that, and the other, I've actually got my iPad connected. So I will be sharing my screen in a moment just so you can see, actually what's going on with Clubhouse, just have some insight into the app. And then from at that point, you guys can actually see what's on the inside now. Me personally, I have an Android phone. Yeah. So my phone is not on the Apple operating system OS X, but I have an iPad mini. So that was my workaround. And so I guess just fortunate, really. I don't really use my iPad mini for many things to do with social media. Either I'm on it, playing some little games, and my daughter also uses it now and again to watch YouTube and also play games on there, and that's about it. But I've got the app ready to share with you. So as I said, guys, just a quick introduction and a quick insight into the app. And if you got any questions, just let me know. If you want to know anything specific about using the app Clubhouse, if you're not in it already, please do let me know. So let's just see. Yeah, there we go. So you can see my iPad on screen right now. So I can show you on screen, but you should be seeing it on screen also. So if you're unfamiliar with the app and you've not come across it yet, the app icon is, you can see the bottom right hand side on my iPad. I'm just going to zoom into where my internet marketing apps are, but you can see again, bottom right hand side, there's the black and white / gray icon, and it's Clubhouse, and that's the icon for the app itself. So you can see there's a black guy there with an afro holding a guitar, and this guy is actually a user on the platform as far as I'm aware, because a few people, when I connected to the app and started using the app, they actually show him as a recommended person to connect with. But anyway, so I'm going to click on this. So Clubhouse. So let me turn my screen around. There we go. So you should be seeing the app. Let me zoom in a bit more, so hopefully you can see. Now, quite briefly, to get access to the app, first of all, you can't just go onto the Apple Store and just download the app. You have to be invited in. So if you look at the icon for the envelope on the screen, right in the middle at the top, you'll see there that it says Clubhouse grows through invites, and it says I've got no invites left. And so I've been inviting people, and you can see I've got one pending invite. So I invited another person recently, and I did reach out to them. They said, oh, there's a problem with my iPhone. I'm like, gosh, why don't you tell me? I could have given that invite to somebody else. But anyway, I'll get on to how you get more invites in a moment. But the way that Clubhouse works is it grows through invites, and I get it. It's very much viral. It's created a lot of tension for people who want to get straight onto the app and can't get onto the app. But in essence, it's a social media platform. And the way that it works is it works based on audio. So you join clubs or you join events. I'm just going to click on the event tab. And so you can see these are upcoming events, basically, where people are going live and in discussion. And the way that it works is it works on audio. So you're not streaming video, and people can just talk, and people join in the conversation, and it creates a very social atmosphere. And so from the app itself, let me just zoom out for a second. From the app itself, it's just all based on audio. But the beauty of it, and because it's I guess in its infancy and it's the early stages of the app, Everybody's on there. And over the Christmas period, I joined on the 27th of December. I want to shout out Katya, live stream Katya. She was the one who invited me onto the platform. So I started on the 27th of December. And since then, you can see a lot of top influence on there. So as you can see me scrolling right now, if you see on my screen, you can see, look, in this particular group, COVID survival for business, real opportunities for 2021. There's people like Rob Moore in there, Shah Wasmond, Gordon Bircham, who I know, and a few other people. But you can see, look, right at the bottom, there's a number that says 102. So there's 102 people in this particular club right now. So in this event, listening in. And then if I scroll down, you can see, look, here's another one, how to excel in your super wealthy luxury market, or in the super wealthy luxury market. 49 people currently live in there. And if I scroll down again, you can see, look, there's other events, other groups, some smaller. And look, here's a big one. A great team leads to a great dream. So you can see, look, 815 people currently live in this group. Now, I can go on and on. There's lots of different events, lots of clubs, so to speak. And these are all happening live right now. And so the power in Clubhouse is that if I click on one of these, which I haven't at the moment, basically I join the conversation, but I join the conversation as a listener. So I participate in the room by simply listening first of all. But then once I go into a room, so I'm going to go into this one where it says COVID survival for business. And let me see, I'm going to turn down the volume because I don't want the conversation to actually come back through the microphone. We can get onto that in a moment. So you can see now, I've joined the group, and you can see who. Actually, I can hear the audio coming through on the laptop. So I'm just going to mute my laptop so it doesn't come back through on the microphone. But what I wanted to share here is that when I joined this particular club, this live event was taking place right now, you can see these are the moderators. So these are the people who are basically the moderators of this particular club, this discussion. And you can see currently speaking, Nick is circled in gray, so that means he's speaking live right now. And all the other speakers, you can see they've got a little microphone icon where it's got a slash through it, meaning it's on mute. And so you can see all the other speakers are there waiting to speak, and they can unmute at any time. So when you're a speaker, you can see at the bottom of my screen, there's a leave quietly icon and a plus and a raise hand. When you're a speaker, you actually have a microphone icon automatically appears there when you're a speaker. Now, if I scroll down, what you can see is these are all the people who are currently live with those speakers. Yeah. And so all of these people are listening. They may be listening in the background. They may be doing stuff, got their headphones on, whatever it is. And so it's like a live podcast. And this is the beauty of Clubhouse. So the conversation's live. You jump into the conversation live. But not only that, look, so you can see there I am now. There's my icon because it shows that I'm live in this group. But if I pick somebody at random, I'm going to pick Rich because I've come across Rich a couple of times. I'll click on his, and immediately I can see Rich's profile, and I can click on follow to follow him. Or I can go into more of his profile to look at his full profile. Yeah. Or I can pick somebody else like this person here, Michael Calisperas, the funnels coach, and then I can click view full profile, and you can see, look, there's his mini bio, well, actually a very long bio. And I can click on his Twitter or his Instagram to get to, reach out to him and connect with him. That's one thing about Clubhouse, is that there is no internal messaging at this point with the app. So the way that people, I guess business owners and marketers are working it is that once you click on a person's profile, so I'm going to obviously click on mine just to show you guys. So I click on my profile, and if you're, for instance, a speaker in a room, or you've spoken and you want people to connect with you, simply tell them to click on your bio and go to your Instagram and send you a DM, or on Twitter and send you a DM. That's how people are doing it right now. So if you want to continue the conversation off of Clubhouse, you simply show people, or tell people, to click on your bio and then click on your Instagram icon, which will take them to Instagram where they can DM you. And I know there's a lot of people who have been doing that. They've actually been very successful. So I've just clicked off my profile. I know Sahel Khan, one of my connections, a guy I've interviewed on my podcast as well. He's known as the JV, joint venture guy. Previously sold his JV company for 8 figures. And then last week, I know that he closed a deal for $50,000 from somebody who heard him speak in a room on Clubhouse, paid in full. So a PIF client. So in essence, that's what Clubhouse is all about. So I'm just going to move that notification out the way at the top, and you can see, if I scroll down, the cool thing at the moment is that these are all the people in the room as well. And what I can do is, if I wanted to grow my following or connect with more people, I could just literally, let's pick Rachel here. So I could pick Rachel, and then I could click follow, and potentially she would see that I'm following her, and she might reciprocate that following. And if I click on this star icon on the right hand side, I can see if there are any suggestions of people to follow who are connected to Rachel. She doesn't seem as connected just yet. Let me try this guy, Danny Wicks. I'm going to click on the star next to him. So you can see with Danny, there's more people who are now recommended for me to follow as well. So you can see, look here, here's Swansit, ex-head of global digital at Nike Revlon, Lord Aboard director. So you can see there are some actual big players who are currently using Clubhouse. As I said already, Rob Moore, you can see, look, he's been crushing it right now, 5,254 followers already. And he's, as far as I can tell, Rob Moore is pretty much on this thing almost 24/7, him and some of the top influencers from the UK. So what can you do to I guess, make the most of Clubhouse? Let me just minimize this. So here's another cool thing, and then I'm going to get onto a few things about what you can do and how you can get onto the app in a second. Well, the cool thing is, whilst you've joined a room and you're listening in on a conversation, if you put your phone or your iPad on, or you turn it off, so basically the screen's not on, it will continue to play in the background. So you'll hear it as almost like a music app like Spotify, or just keep playing. And I think that's, from a strategic point of view, it's really cool, because actually you can do other things whilst the conversations are going. And that way, you obviously, Clubhouse are keeping attention on the app, which is a very simple thing, but actually very, strategic in the sense of it allows you, or allows them to keep engagement going. So you can see at the bottom of my screen, there are a number of icons, and there is that little peace sign with the brown hand, basically meaning I'm still in that room, and the conversation, if I unmuted my self, would still be going now, and I could hear what was going on. The other cool thing is, when you're in a room, if the speakers are speaking and you want to ask a question, or they're allowing questions, you can see on the right hand side there's a hand icon, and if you click on that, raising the hand simply means that you can ask questions, and then the speakers will field questions, and they allow you to come up to the speakers panel, this top part here. And at that point, you get a little microphone icon, and usually people tell you to mute yourself, or you unmute yourself ready to ask your questions, or you keep yourself muted until they get to you to ask your question. There's a few other things in terms of etiquette. If somebody's saying something good and everybody agrees, you can, click on your microphone icon a few times, and it kind of flashes the microphone icon. And that tends to give people the sense that you're in agreement with what they're saying, or kind of applauding them. So this is, I guess, the kind of Clubhouse etiquette at the moment. So in essence, that's a room that I'm in right now, or an event that's taking place. What I'm going to do is click on the leave quietly icon. So I'm going to come out of that room, so that will turn it off. Now, if I want to start my own room, what I can do is click on this green button here at the bottom, and that will allow me to start different rooms: an open room, a social room where I have moderators, guest speakers, or a closed room with specific people in there. So I could have like a private Clubhouse, so to speak. I can add a topic if I want to create a topic, so there's a bit more details as to what I'm holding. So I'm not going to do that for now. So just sharing with you, those are the options. And if I want to look at what events there are, I can click at the top with the little calendar icon, and that will allow me to see any upcoming events, any upcoming events that I want to listen in on, basically. So you can see there's the COVID Survival for Business Real Opportunities for 2021. That was the one I just showed you. So that one was part of the schedule. And the reason why I'm notified is because I'm following a few of those speakers. And so whenever a speaker is part of an event, you get the notification. If you click on the bell icon to the right of it, you'll then be notified when those events actually start. So it's, you don't miss it, so to speak. So those are events, upcoming events. You can choose all upcoming events or my events. And from there, you get real clarity as to, what events either you've created or you want to attend. You can see here's a notification at the top. Liz Bateson has pinged me to tell me to join another room, and that's another cool thing. So you can ping your connections. I believe you can ping it out to about 10 connections at a time to invite people to the room. I'm just going to dismiss that for the moment. But if, as you can see now, I'm on the calendar section of Clubhouse. On the top right, you've got this calendar with a plus. Now if I click on that, that's how I can create my own events. And these events are where I can then also add guest speakers. So for instance, could add Petra, could add Samantha, could add whoever else I'm following, so George. And then what I can do is set up the event name, and then if I scroll down, set the date, set the time, give a little description about what the conversation is going to be about. And then once I've filled all of that in, the publish button on the top right, publish text, will then turn to green, where I can then publish this as an actual event. And that's how you use events. Let me just cancel that for the moment. In terms of creating clubs, there is a feature where you can create clubs, so permanent groups where conversations are just actually happening. And in order to have that, I believe it really depends on the amount of engagement and interaction and use that you've had of the app. And you can see at the bottom of my profile, there's 3 clubs that I'm currently part of. And I believe those are features that you unlock. The key with Clubhouse and what I'm seeing at the moment is based on your engagement, based on, you know, the people you invite, based on the events that you hold, the questions you ask by clicking on the raise hand and basically using the app. That's how they keep you engaged, and that's how they kind of give you rewards, i.e. give you new invites so you can invite more people. Inviting more people makes you seem cool to the people who are not yet on the app. And obviously there's a lot of fear of missing out around this because people are desperately like, what's Clubhouse, what's inside? So hopefully you guys have got some insight. Raphael, thank you for jumping on. Your comment, you're welcome for the invite. So you know, it's a really cool platform at the moment. I'd say, just based on my experience, it's a real great way to connect with people. A lot of top influencers on there are testing as well, so they're more open to conversations and they're more accessible than you would usually find. Like usually you'd have to email them, get through their, you know, their admin team or whatever before you speak to them. And now you can get straight direct to these people. You get time with them. And in this day and age, that's golden. And so I guess that's where Clubhouse has kind of hit home. If you think about Facebook, YouTube, and all the other platforms, it's not like you can just speak directly with a person. Even if they're going live, it's up to them whether or not, I guess, they're going to field questions. But, you know, with this, the Clubhouse app, and as it is right now, it comes across very much kind of like interactive driven app. So they're really giving space for people to join. The one thing I will say to you though is, obviously if you're joining these conversations, you can be on for literally hours. I've seen you know, some of my friends, connections, business owners, some influencers, and they're saying like, I've literally been on here for 5 hours, 6 hours, 8 hours. I've seen, you know, people like John Lee and a few other top influencers, and literally they've been on for like literally half a day and just had it playing in the background, jumping into different groups and so on. And I guess they're all trying to figure it out and, you know, kind of maximize what potential it has for them in terms of marketing results. 'Cause at the end of the day, guys, you know me, on a Wednesday, I usually share with you about marketing tips and strategies and tactics. And in sharing, I guess, Clubhouse with you, it's just to give you a peek on the inside if you haven't been able to access the app up until now. You know, if you're not in, yeah, you are missing out, because you're missing out on the experience and to find out, you know, what it's all about right now. But what I'd say to you is just reach out to people on social media and just see who's got invites. Just put a post out and say, anybody got any spare invites for Clubhouse? Once I get some more, I'll be posting just to say, hey guys, got another 3 or 5 invites for Clubhouse. And, you know, I'll let a few more people in. Just waiting for my invites to arrive. So I'm going to click on the bell icon top right as well, just so you can see. So this is activity, and the cool thing about this is that with the activity, it's kind of like your social media activity on Instagram and Facebook, LinkedIn, all the usual ones. They simply you know, share with you, somebody's followed you, you can see someone's followed you, different events that have popped up with the people that you follow, and that's it. You know, it's very easy to use. It's not too difficult. And the more you get into it, you know, the easier you find it. At the very top, you can see just that kind of, what's the best way for me to describe, the light beige colored top area. and there are times 22:30, 12 o'clock, and 12:15. That's just a quick summary of events that are coming up on Clubhouse for me, and that will be based on events that I've expressed an interest in based on what I've put in my profile. So on my profile, I can't remember here, let me just go down. You can see here there's a section that says interests, and interests are a way for them to kind of tailor the news feed or their feed, the event feed, to things that are like mindfulness, meditation, you see podcasting, storytelling, marketing, psychology, small business, entrepreneurship, Instagram, that kind of stuff. There's more I could have added. I was just testing it myself. So, you know, that's how you work your way around Clubhouse. I guess those are the main things, and then you've obviously on the top left, which is the first icon, and I've left this to last, is the usual search, and you can search for people to follow or you can search for clubs, and so it makes it easy, especially if you want to connect to people who you follow as influencers or friends or other connections from other platforms. You just want to see if they're online. Very easy to navigate app, and obviously the more you use it, the easier it gets, and the more you understand the etiquette of Clubhouse and so on. There's been some controversy already on some of the rooms because, you know, it's just real people, real lives. Doesn't matter what level they're at in business, they're having conversations. They've got family in the background, they've got kids in the background, they're doing different things, you know, as they're speaking as well. I think I was on the Clubhouse the other day, and I heard Rob Moore say, "Yeah, I'm just building some Lego with my kids while I'm doing this," you know. And there was about 200 people on the event that he was running as well. So, you know, it's raw and it's real. That's the other beauty of this app. It's not meant to be, and I know more so for women, especially when they go live, you know, they usually do their makeup, you know, get prepared much more than men anyway. Men, for me, I just throw on a hoodie, good to go. Yeah, I haven't got to think about my hair or my makeup. So for me, that's where it has a great advantage. People can just hop in, and I'm not sure, but, you know, I'd be quite interested to know what effect it's had on other social media platforms in terms of attention and the fact that there's a lot more people over here right now. So hopefully you guys have, you know, picked up on a few things that I've just taken you through with regards to the app. Get on it if you can. If you haven't got any invites, reach out to me. I may have some by the time you connect with me. And, you know, if you want any help with growing your business, you know where to turn. Just reach out to me, drop a comment, send me a message, send me a DM. I'm on Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, YouTube, you know. So I guess the final thing, guys, is here's the final piece, is that, you know, when you're testing out things like this, remember, this is the front end of the innovation curve, on that bell curve that you usually get with technology. And the cool thing is that if you're already on it, you know, you're already ahead of the game. And the way that I see this app is very powerful. There's already business deals being done on the app or through the app, let's say. And if you're in business, you're not doing social media just to get followers, just to kind of be talking all day and just to be listening in all day. Hold your own events on the app, you know, invite other speakers. That will help you to get more prominence. That will expose you to other people's followings, other people's audiences. Don't just sit there and be a lurker. This app is not for you to just be a lurker. This app is all about you getting exposure. Test it out, see if it can work for you over like a 2 to 4 week period. And if it's not working, just drop it, you know, and focus on what is working for you in your business. Right now, me personally, I'm focused on YouTube ads quite a lot, and this is the big thing I've got to focus on in the next 90 days. But I've been testing out Clubhouse as well. I've got events that I've got booked in, and I've organized with some of the people I'm connected to also hold events on the Clubhouse app. And, you know, that's how I'll be exploring it as well. So we can, you know, cross-pollinate with followers and so on and so forth, and see if it can do something for the other speakers as well as myself. So check it out. I hope, you know, you get something from it. And if anything, at least you've been given some insights for those of you who can't get on the app, wondering what the app's all about. But I guess the power is in the events and the Clubhouse, is the conversations that are going that you are missing out on, because it doesn't have a record feature. So it's literally all live. You can't go back to conversations and get into it. Perhaps they'll look at implementing some type of recording feature in the future. But for now, it's literally whatever is said, you know, is said, and then it's gone. And for me, you know, that's real powerful, because that means you've got to show up and be on the app in order to get the value from the app. And I guess that's where the creators of this Clubhouse app have really hit home. What I can see, it's a good thing. You know, it's a really cool thing. So go check it out. So that's it, guys. Just wanted to share some insights with you, something new in marketing. You know, and for, like I said, for those of you who currently can't get onto it, well, at least you've got some insight from me, and I hope this goes some way as to you understanding a bit more about Clubhouse and just staying on the front end of that innovation curve when it comes to marketing and growing your business. So finally, guys, if you are watching me on YouTube, please remember to subscribe to the channel. Click on the notification bell to be notified of all the upcoming new videos, and please do check out my previous videos that you can see. If you're listening back on the podcast, obviously not everything that I've said you will probably be able to understand, because it was also a screen share on the screen. But you know, go check the video on my YouTube channel. Just go to leonstreet.com/YouTube and you'll be redirected to the YouTube channel, where you can gain access to all of my content and everything that I stream out live. So on that note, guys, I'm going to enjoy the rest of my evening. Take care. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you again very soon. Bye-bye.